Shalom, Yasharel, giving a shout out to all the brews scattered to the four corners and giving all praises to the great I am. So, in this discussion, I want to bring out some very hard, crucial facts that not too many of our people are going to want to hear. But it needs to be said. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not going to be anything new. It's not going to be anything that our people haven't repeated already. It's just getting more wicked after each generation that goes by. You know, I hear some people say, oh, we already in Jacob's trouble. Oh, we already going through the tribulation. Oh, we already going through all this stuff. Let me tell you something, Yasharel. It ain't even started yet. And we ain't seen nothing yet. And you know why I say that? It's because the scripture says in Revelation that we are like the church of Laodicean, neither hot nor cold. Many of our people are very comfortable in their wickedness and extremely proud of it. Y'all hear me? They are extremely proud of it. There's no shame. There's no guilt. There's no accountability. They can care less. You see, Israel, when you look back in the 50s and beyond and you see the mentality of our people, how we were back then, we were so together, even though our people were caught up in Christianity, but our people were so together. You know, the family doctor was so-called black, you know, the family nurse, the dentist, everything. We had everything. We had our own stores. We had all our stuff. You know, we were able to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and drive on. But we already know what happened when we got involved with integration. And when that happened, all hell broke loose. So we didn't just crawl backwards. We didn't just walk backwards slowly. We ran backwards in a sprint. I mean, in a full sprint. And we're getting faster and faster in that sprint of walking backwards to damnation. We went from a 98% marriage rate. I'm talking true black love, Israel. I'm talking that true Israelite black love, where families stuck together, where a man and a woman, they stuck to those marriage vows no matter what. And now 77.6% of black babies are born to unwed mothers. And what does that lead to? That leads to out of control children of harlots. And these kids are so out of control, not even the government knows what to do with them. Oh, let me rephrase that. The government does know what to do with them, and that's build private prisons to help put them right back into slavery from the system they helped create. And I've never seen homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism amongst our people at an all-time high. And anywhere you have like a concentration of our people at, like when you look at Atlanta, you look at Detroit, you know, those areas where most of our people are, where they left during the South a long time ago, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And for some reason, we just lost sight. Next thing you know, all hell broke loose. And now we have all of this madness that's going on. And now they're bringing in these immigrants. Now, I'm going to touch on that a little bit because this is not happening by chance, Yasharel. The Most High is allowing these immigrants to come in for a reason. And I'm going to share that with you in a minute. But we're going to have to realize and understand why we're in this situation. Because we're getting ready to see a genocide like we've never seen amongst our people. When I say genocide, like we can't even describe. Y'all think the whole thing, the genocide that happened in Rwanda with the Hutus and the Tutsis, oh, that ain't gonna be nothing compared to what the Most High is getting ready to do. But this has to happen. This has to happen. I even hate having to speak on this, but this has to happen because our people want to continue to be extremely wicked. And when I say our people, I'm talking about collectively as a whole. Yeah, we got brothers and sisters out there that are keeping the commandments with all their hearts, minds, and soul. Even in that, it's going to be an upstream battle because this walk is not easy, and you're going to have to fight on all levels against family members, against coworkers, friends, because of what you believe and what you hold dear to your heart. It's going to be a challenge. Yes, some of you are going to have to completely cut off your family members, and some of you probably already done that. And you're going to have to disassociate yourself with a lot of people. Yes, you're going to feel like you're alone. You're going to feel like there's no one out there that's like-minded, because the scripture says that we would be few amongst the Gentiles, according to Deuteronomy 4:27 and 28. We will be few amongst the Gentiles, and our people will constantly around us will be mocking the Most High, doing every abominable thing that you can imagine. So let's talk about the why. Why are we in this situation? And that's a simple answer. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 1, and we're going to read verses 3 and 4. And it says, "The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Yasharel does not know. My people do not even consider." So you know what that means? That means that they don't even care. They don't even give a damn to know who they are. Even that right there is a mockery to the Almighty. Let's look at verse 4. It says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers." When it's talking about a seed of evildoers, it's talking about his chosen people, his people that he made a covenant with. All right. A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, that have forsaken Yahweh, that have provoked the Holy One of Yasharel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. What are they gone away backwards for, Yasharel? From keeping the laws, keeping the very heartbeat of the Most High that was supposed to keep us on that narrow road, that was supposed to keep us above all nations, that was supposed to set us apart above all nations on the face of the earth. I can only imagine trying to get our people to see the light, to see the truth, to see who they are is like pulling teeth from a camel. The frustration. And can you just imagine how the Almighty feels? Even though he swore to keep his covenant with his people. And this is why I said earlier that we're going to see a genocide amongst our people like we've never seen before, because the Most High is getting ready to sever, to really cleanse the house of Judah and the house of Israel. See, all this has to happen before we can begin to even cry out to the Almighty. And yes, it's not going to be good, because this is going to be something so. See, we've never seen anything like this magnitude, or what we're in this time right now. We've never ever had 77.6% of babies born to unwed mothers. We never had this level of homosexuality, transgenderism, and lesbianism, and just straight up wickedness. Yes, our people have been wicked in the past constantly. When you read throughout the Torah, you'll see how wicked they were. But I'm telling you, what we're doing, Yasharel, will make the stuff that our fathers did, make it look like a cakewalk. We're even worse, because just for the fact of all the devices and technology that we have in today's society, which allows our people to access more wickedness. I don't know if you ever heard of a brother named Dr. Claude Anderson, but he was talking about how the immigrants would replace many of our people. And he talked about this over 20 years ago. I mean, like literally. And some of y'all may know who he is, but it's like our people, one thing our people are really good at is that they're good at hearing, but they never listen. They never act upon what our people or what the elders have been trying to tell them on what to do. This is what you need to do in order to bring your community up. This is what you need to do to prepare yourself. And our people will sit there and clap and like, yeah, that's right. That's right, but they won't do anything. Have y'all noticed that? And this has been going on for ever since integration. This has been going on, but everybody talks, but nobody ever comes together because our people cannot come together because of the level of wickedness. Now, yeah, I mean, you might have to come together in little twos and threes, but as collectively as a whole, it's not going to happen until the Mashiach cleanse the northern and southern tribes. Oh yeah. Now let me show you this clip of Dr. Claude Anderson, and I'll come right back.
Mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4.
Now, I think you get the gist of it. And this is not happening just because some man said it was going to happen, that we're going to be the underclass, but it's because the scriptures said that we would be the permanent underclass. And let me prove it to you. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, because I'm going to show you what's happening. Now, some of y'all probably thought that this was already happening. Oh no, this is just now starting to begin. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43, it says, the stranger that is within you shall get up above you very high. Y'all hear that? It didn't say just above you, but it says above you very high. And you shall come down very low. Let me read it again. The stranger that is within you shall get up above you very high. Man. And you shall come down very low. Now, what would cause us to be in such a situation where the Almighty is getting ready to raise, or has been, but getting ready to, in this part, really raise them above us? Now, these illegal immigrants that are coming in by the millions, guess what? The Most High has been allowing that to happen, because I'm telling you, he's getting ready to cleanse house. And if our people keep playing that wicked game, they want to continue to kill their own brothers. You want to continue to play the harlot. You want to continue to do all abominable. You want to continue to mock the dietary laws. You want to continue to mock everything else that the Almighty has been trying to show our people. You're going to fall right in that death trap. You see, the heathens have a death plan for our people, but they don't even realize that they're just falling right into the hands of the Almighty, because he's the one that's allowing this to happen. And you know who these illegal immigrants are going to replace? They're going to replace the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They're going to replace the harlots. They're going to replace these wannabe niggas that are killing each other in the streets, the wannabe gangsters, these wannabe rappers and what have you, the minimum wage brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, because they're going to give them your jobs. They have an agenda. But the Most High, again, is allowing it, because this is part of the cleansing process. And this is how powerful the Most High, because he can destroy the heathens and cleanse our people at the same time. Now, that's powerful. And so I will say this to you, Israel. Now, for those of you who have, land, you have a skill, you have something that you can do that provide a service to society so that you can make money and survive, because we live in this society, and, the Most High expects us to be able to work. All right. If a man can't work, he shouldn't eat. So what I'm about to tell you, just take with a grain of salt because it's reality and it's going to happen to a lot of our people. But Israel, make sure if it behooves you, if you don't, to have some kind of skill that you can provide a service that you can work for yourself. Because if you're just an average person and you're just working a regular job, no skills or what have you, and you're struggling from paycheck to paycheck, you're going to be swallowed up like a fish. Now, some of you may say, well, why do you say that, brother? Why do you say we're going to be swallowed up like a fish? Because look around you, look around you, look what they're doing. They're giving these illegal immigrants jobs. They're putting them in. They're giving them citizenship. All right. In Arizona, they're giving them $5,000 a pop. Y'all better wake up and recognize what's going on because our people are just crazy sleep. These people, they are putting these people into society. They're giving them green cards. They're giving them all this stuff. It is going to be hard for our people, just on the average, for them to get jobs to feed their families. This is why I was saying that you need to have some kind of skill so that you can provide for yourself and your families. It's getting ready to get real. But again, many of our people are not going to even hear it. They're just not going to listen until it's too late. Then they're going to be sitting wondering why this is happening. They are literally trying to destroy Israel. That's all. You don't hear the rich white people complaining about these illegal immigrants. You don't hear them complaining about that. Why? Because they're sending them to all these little sanctuary cities where most of our people are located. Go figure, Israel. Wake up. This is what these heathens are hell bent on doing. All right. The scripture says that they would try to keep us from being a nation. Now, yes, the Most High is going to allow a lot of it to happen because the Most High said that he's still going to have a remnant. There's going to be a remnant. And what that remnant means is, well, it doesn't mean 40 million so-called black people. It just means that there's going to be a very small number of our people left when it's all said and done. And part of that genocide, yes, that's going to be the sword from the Most High sending his death angels. But also part of that genocide is our people dispersing their seeds to other nations, our people killing one another, our people hating their own brothers. It's going to get 10. I mean, this thing is already gone tenfold. This wickedness of our people have gone beast mode. And this is why we're seeing the things that we're seeing, Israel. Now, unfortunately, this very message that I'm telling you and that many of our other brothers are telling you and the elders are telling you are going to fall on millions, and I mean millions of deaf ears. Deaf ears. They're not going to even hear because the scripture already said that our people don't even consider, they don't even care. But the only reason why this message is going out is because for the very few remnant, the very, 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 very few that are willing to listen and take heed, we got to get back into these commandments. We got to take this thing serious because we're getting ready to see a time of trouble like we've never seen before, like it talked about in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. A time of trouble like the world has never seen. And like I said before, some of y'all may be saying, well, I thought these heathens were getting above us already. No, because back in the 50s, y'all realized we wasn't too far behind the heathens, y'all know that, right? Back in the 50s, we were banging. We were hustling back then, but we were more together. But now the generational wealth gap is so huge. It's like from one side of the ocean to the other. That's how deep the gap is. And our people don't even see it. Our people don't even care. And then you have our people that are encouraging this behavior because you have wicked leaders that want to continue to be wicked. So Yasharel, for those who are willing to listen, work out your faith with fear and trembling, and make haste to keep the commandments of the Almighty, because that is the thing that's going to please Him. And let us buckle our seatbelts up and let's just pray for those that have the inclination, even if it's a small inclination. If they just willing to hear the truth, then it's worth praying for. So Israel, with that said, again, make haste, keep the commandments. I'll leave you with Revelation 14:12. Shalom and stay strong.